I'm loving the lighting right now. This is beautiful. I want to go ahead and take this time to point out something real quick. I know I'm a little late to the game on this issue, but I'm aware that there's a gender war within the black community, and I want to take the time to point out that if you haven't seen my past videos, you probably wouldn't know that I've already picked a side in the gender war, and it's women. Just, just full stop. Just full stop. In my past experiences of asking guys in the manosphere like why there's even a gender war in the first place, a lot of them would say something like, "Bro, it's because the women keep talking bad about us." And also, as far back as I can remember, being a man meant not being upset, about stuff like that. And as far back as I can tell, being a dude just meant sort of being okay with stuff that hurts you because you're tough enough to handle it. I don't like that concept because it just makes people who mistreat you feel comfortable in doing it because you won't speak up about it. Now, with me, specifically with me, I don't mind saying, "Yo, this stuff that you're doing, I don't like it. Can you please stop?" You know what I mean? Like apparently, but that way it seems like if people continue to do it, then it just means that they're sociopaths who like to hurt people, rather than like them just like being a main character hurting an NPC. You know what I mean? Because everybody knows that if you hurt somebody that doesn't say that they're being hurt, you're not really hurting them, man. It's not real. It's just it's just normal. But yeah, with me, I'm like, no, that thing you just did to me, I didn't like it. And apparently, like, there's dudes out there who says that simply saying stuff like that is a feminine trait, bro. With that aspect, like, I, I have no other choice but to support women now because like there's guys out there who truly think that phrases like "Hey, what you did is hurting me. Please stop" is a feminine trait. There's dudes out there like my biggest problem with masculinity has always been this push towards there's always been this push towards you have to have expectations about who you're going to be as a person, and I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? You have expectations about who you're supposed to be as a person, but it's you got to be strong enough to be able to handle every bad thing that happens to you. But also, if you don't like something, you could always say it's feminizing, and that just means apparently it's strong enough that it has to be like this immovable object, but at the same time, everything is threatening it. You know what I mean? It's like you can't be. It's like it feels like the perfect allegory to like white supremacy. It's this powerful thing that has to be everywhere and unshaken and undisturbed, but also just slightest black speck is just going to like we're under attack because this black speck is here. It's like it doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah, there's a 4B movement going on, and I support it 100%. Well, you're just saying that because you're trying to get the ladies to like you, bro. If it was that easy to get women to like me by just simply saying that I support what they do, then why isn't every dude doing that? Because every dude that I see who talks about this manosphere hypermasculinity crap, all they do is complain about being single and women not liking them. So it's like if it was as easy as I agree with these women and I will do what they want me to do, I mean, like, lady, they're giving you the answers to the test. All you gotta do is study. Man, I'm loving this lighting. I'm loving what this lighting is doing to me because normally, there's no grain. This is beautiful. I like this, but it's like really early in the day. Nobody's even awake right now. But that's what I'm saying, bro. So it's like, yeah, the 4B move, like it's really weird because like, why would I want to support guys in the gender war? Like, even if I was some pig-headed dude who was just trying to support women because I was trying to copulate with them, then I mean, even if that was the case, why would I support dudes? It's like I'm not gonna be like, yeah, bro, I totally agree with you, man. It's like all right, ladies, come on over. Nah, bro, like at this point now, it's basically been proved. Like the gender war doesn't make any sense because at the end of the day, it could have just ended with dudes just simply saying, "I don't care about that." You know what I mean? Women being like, men are out here hurting us and doing all these terrible things to us, so we're angry about it, and that's bad. You dudes up in here like, "Oh yeah, well, you deserve the bad stuff that happens to you because..." It's like, you don't even have to entertain that. You could just like, "Well, I'm not like that." Of course not. Then why are you entertaining it? Why are you defending guys who are like that? That's the messed up part. It's like, it's not you not being that way as much as it's not you being that way. It's you making it seem like their issues are just like not what's what I'm looking for. You making it seem like their issues are like not meaningful or relevant, and that's messed up. Like, we're black dudes. We know what that feels like. We know what it's like to be told that our issues are like not real or not relevant or whatever. So why would you do that to black women? That makes no sense. And yes, I'm specifically talking about the black community right now. I don't, this is a very, 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 like, it's a very serious thing for me. So, like, I'm hearing about the 4B movement, and like for a couple of days, those dudes talking about, man, they ain't gonna even like actually go along with it. They just gonna end up being with us anyway, blah 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 blah. And I'm just sitting here like, the problem with this narrative, the problem with this is that like you're completely missing a point about why it's happening in the first place. Like, they're telling us what the problem is, and we're just not going with it. Like, we're just, and I'm saying we because I'm including myself in it, because I have committed some, I've committed like at least some I want to say some misdemeanors against women myself. Not criminal or anything like that, but I know I've made women feel uncomfortable back in the day. Once again, in my older video, I do admit that I do bring up that I had like an incel phase. I did have like like I did make women uncomfortable, and I'm not proud of it. So I can't be like it's y'all men. I have to include myself into that category. But like, I like to think that by addressing the problem and acknowledging that I'm part of the problem, I will at least try my best to solve at least my part of the problem. You know what I mean? So it's just frustrating to me that like I live in this world now where it's just like people are basically telling you you're hurting us, please stop, and your perspective is, well, maybe if you was just a better person, you would not get hurt so much. It's so agitating and so annoying that we live in a world that is so oriented towards like benefiting bullies in every way imaginable. It's like instead of just being a better person, you're basically just telling people, well, you just need to learn how to handle it better. And that's like the sad part is it's not even just a gender thing or a race thing. It's just a social thing. And like, the whole world could improve in such an amazing way if we didn't just let bullies like just like let bullies like feel valid in every single thing that they do. I am 100% empathize with people who have underwent trauma and are in fact like sort of responding to it by lashing out against people that they feel that they need to lash out to. But there's a difference between acknowledging that that is something that happens and basically agreeing with it as an actual legitimate method. We all have mommy issues, daddy issues, past traumas, everything else. But if we all become bullies, then like the future is bleak. Like, we shouldn't be like bullies. I mean, like, we shouldn't be bullies well into our adult years and then be like, yeah, but I also want to have kids. Like, what are you going to teach your kids? How to treat other people like garbage? Or what are you going to teach your kids? How to be bigoted sociopaths? And like, we live in a world right now where women are practically saying, if you don't treat us better, we will not give you children. And dudes are like, yeah, let's see how long that lasts. Like, bro, you're literally helping. You're helping with you're helping with the problem. Like, this is why I always go back down to bullying, because of the fact that it's like, you can't just bully people into liking you or agreeing with you or stuff like that. There's so many right wingers right now in like chasing after me on social media, practically making it very clear that it's like, you're gonna like us because we are better than you, and you're gonna like us, and you suck, and you lost, and yeah. It's like, I could literally, like, on my deathbed, I will say that I do not agree with you and I do not like you. You are not going to bully me into liking you. No, you can't bully people into liking you. And for the people that you can bully into liking you, it's not because they like you. It's probably because they either A, fear you, or B, think they're going to trying to take advantage of you in some fashion. You're not hassling people who are going to be your friends. You're hassling people who are going to become your bully later. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a cycle of cruelty, and it should stop. Um, But yeah, I support the 4B movement. I'm like,
Well, you're just saying that because you got a girlfriend already.
yeah, I know. But if she decides that she's sick of me and wants to end the relationship, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, you love me, you're gonna stay here. Nah, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Hey, I get it. I made my fair share of mistakes. Maybe our relationship went to a different direction. I'm not gonna
A real man will fight for what they want.
no, I'm tired of fighting. I am tired of fighting. Like this election has proven that fighting means nothing because people just like to fight. People just like to fight so they can just feel like just so they can like they watch way too many action movies and they're just hey, actually being loud and angry actually makes me feel alive, man. But it's like I'm at this point right now where it's just exhausting. Like I don't it's exhausting and it's frustrating and we should do we really need to be in a world where we are fighting all the time? Do we really need to be in a world where we're just having to protect ourselves all the time? I want to be comfortable. I don't want to be on edge. I don't want to be paranoid. I don't want to think that somebody is going to kick down my door and hurt me one day. I don't want to live in a world like that.
Well then just don't think like that.
Yeah, because catchphrase thinking, right? Just like they people who live by a catchphrase, like 5 word or 6 word statements, and they just like
Have you tried not doing the thing? Have you tried not believing in the thing? Have you tried not being this way?
yeah, just the social undoing, bro. It's just like I don't like the people are now telling you they're giving you the plot of what you can do to just basically improve things for everyone, and all we have to do is just follow the plot. Cruelty doesn't work. Bullying doesn't work. Mistreating people doesn't work. We now know that we have a century worth of information telling us that if we just treat people kindly and treat people with love, treat people with compassion, help people, if we continue to do that, society will flourish in like unimaginable ways. And people are just like, nah, I actually want to do the bullying thing instead. Women are now telling you that they are checking out of just like interacting with men. They're basically saying that they're going to do this stuff. Whether or not it succeeds or not is remain to be seen. But the fact is that they're telling you they're checking out, and we have every chance in the world to just become better people, just so we can be like, you know what, we're sorry, we will do better, and then do better, just to make sure that that doesn't happen. Because there's a lot of guys out here who want kids, who want families, who want to date, who want to copulate, who want to do all of these things. And literally the being that is going to help you do that is basically saying, not until you dot dot dot. Or they're just saying, you know what, you ruined your chance. And rather than take this time to just sort of like look at it to the effect of, let's do something to improve our conditions and be better people. Instead, folks are just saying, yeah, well, you suck anyway. Blah, 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 blah. I'm angry now. You will not succeed. Like, bro, you are like, bro, I'm honestly like one of the few good things I got in my life. Like, there's a lot of silver linings to how terrible things are going to become. And one of my silver linings has always been, at least I'm not going to have kids. You know what I'm saying? At least I don't have to worry about putting something into this world that's just getting meaner and crueler and much more and much more bleak every single time somebody like too many bullies are winning, villains are winning, evil is winning. I'm tired. I'm glad that I don't have kids that are going to grow through this world where evil wins and just being a sociopath is somehow the norm, whereas being kind to people is a revolutionary act. It's like,
People shouldn't have to be that way. If you gotta go out and do the thing.
you know what I'm saying? It's just stuff like that just really kind of bothers me. Like I'm glad but another silver lining is that like no matter every bad thing that happens now, every bad thing that happens for like the next 4 years, if not forever, is going to be because Republicans got like full control of everything, and there's no amount of
The Democrats and the left and the liberals and the leftists. You get Democrats.
you can't do that now because bullying won, cruelty won, evil won. You guys won. This is your America now. You know what I'm saying? That's another silver lining. But it's like I ain't got no kids. I ain't got no kids growing up in a Republican America, and honestly, the 4B movement, I'm like I said, they're telling you what to do. Like they're basically saying we're checking out, game over, we're done. If there's one thing I've learned is that like women are the deciding forces in a lot of things. Like a lot of people act the way that a lot of dudes act the way that they do just so they could try to impress women. And women are now basically saying nothing you can do will impress us anymore. Except, of course, if you do these things. And dudes are like, no, that's going to feminize me. No, no. Whatever happens afterwards, that's like I said, they're giving you the answers to the test, and all you got to do is study. All you had to do was study. But yeah, like the 4B movement though, yeah, I support that. And honestly, like, bro, why are you always so against men? I'm not. I'm not against men. I'm for everybody. But in order to be for everybody, I have to be for women too. Women are the reason. Women are half the reason why like existence continues. The last thing I want to do is be on the bad side of something that literally can end all existence just by simply saying we're done. I'm all up for masculinity and the idea of what it means to be a man, but I don't like this idea of masculinity being like impossible, ridiculous expectations that we have to somehow follow, but doesn't make sense. A lot of it is just white supremacy. A lot of this masculinity, manly talk is just white supremacy anyway. I don't. I'm not. And y'all know that I do not subscribe to that crap. Well, you got to cut your hair and wear a suit and talk like this. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do everything that they want you to do in order to present yourself in such a way that they will hire you for a better job because it's all about having a whole bunch of money and having a whole bunch of power and a whole bunch of authority. Like how does that like that's white supremacy? No, no. Being a man should not be that. Being a man should just simply be something that you're born being, or rather something that you I don't know feel like you are because gender norms don't exist. Like who says that the masculine color is blue and the feminine color is pink? Like who stated that? Like who said that men should have short hair and women should have long hair? Who said that? Who said that men should wear pants and women should wear dresses? Like that's not a rule. Somebody said that and people was like, yeah, we can get with that. You know what I mean? Like that's like bro, I'm not no, no. There's way too many important things to be focusing on than to try to tell people how to be just because of their gender or because of their skin color or because of their religion or something like that. Like the last thing I want to do is side with white supremacists on anything. And being against white supremacists means supporting the 4B movement, then I mean, yeah, go on, ladies, fight the good fight, especially the black women, because black women definitely deserve a break, and this is probably the closest that they're gonna get to one. So yeah, I support it, and I hope that it either does one or two things, either causes conditions to improve for the better, or I hope that it's just you know or I hope that like it causes people to just realize, wow, we should not have done this. We should not have done these terrible things to these women because now we're ruining ourselves in the process. So yeah, yeah. Um, I'm already losing subscribers, so I guess I'll just start saying this from now on. Like and subscribe for more. I normally go live. I go live a lot more in this thing than I do like actually record videos now, because I do like going live and it saves up space on my computer. So like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you need to do. Really hope that you guys stick around for the next one, and for the sake of just trying to maintain my sanity. Um, if you make content, let me know. I will follow you and support you if I like your stuff. And I also now have a membership thing that I'm doing. Please be sure to check that out as well. But as always, love, peace, happiness, safety, care about each other. Being mean is mainstream, but being kind is punk rock. And I'm not just saying that as a catchphrase. It really is. being mean is like something that everybody does now. Like it literally is killing the community, the sense of community, because nobody trusts anybody because everybody's just mean. So if you being nice, you have any idea how awesome you are in comparison to everybody else by just being nice? Don't do it for rewards either. Just do it because you're a good person. Um, uh, but that's about it. Like, subscribe, comment, be a member, all that stuff. We'll talk later. We'll talk later.